Back.
Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome.
It's Sunday. It's a beautiful day. As you
Beautiful day.
guys can see, it's a beautiful another day that the Lord has made.
Absolutely. Um, this is
Healing Women Podcast.
I'm Aubrey
Sade, one made you look.
HTX Goldie.
hmm
Today our topic is forgiveness isn't an option, it's law.
It's law.
Okay.
What does that mean to you?
That means to me like and it's a hard one too. Because that's
It's
something
deep,
like
ain't
it's
it?
deep. It's deep because to forgive people and 9 times out of 10 we don't feel like certain individuals or certain things
Need
should be forgiven,
forgiveness.
but it's not something that you choose. It's something that you literally you have to do for your own healing, for your own peace. It's something that God has said like that's you know it's the ultimate like that's one of the hardest things. I feel like everybody gets in their journey and it just be that one
Like, I
last
ain't gonna forgive you.
unlock.
hmm
Like you have to forgive people that
Let
have
it
hurt
go.
you. You have to let it go, and it's easier said than done.
Whether it's subconscious hurt or whether it's intentional hurt, like you really have to just let it go because it's going to be healing and helping you. Forget them.
Right.
Forget them. Let it. Don't let nobody have that power over you where you just no, I can't forgive them. I will never forgive what they did to me. Why?
Because
Jesus
that's all that
forgave you
do.
for. Come on
He
now.
forgives us every day.
No, every day we
Every
sin.
day.
Every day He forgive.
Forgiving people and holding grudges, it's literally just putting ourselves in a prison.
It's so draining.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not for the other person. It's for us. It's for our healings, for our pieces, for our peace of mind. It's the show, and it's really about being obedient to God and walking in His image and doing things as He would do because He is the ultimate forgiver.
Because let me say this: how would it feel if we holding a grudge on somebody? We don't want to forgive a couple people, but when we do something outside of God's love or obedience, He say, "No, I'm not forgiving you for that."
Mm, how would the
And that
world
one
look?
thing hold us from glory.
Hmm.
Then it's, but but I ain't mean it like that.
Right.
Okay, so they didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
The people you don't want to forgive didn't mean it like that.
Sometimes they do that, but we still
Sometimes they
gotta
do, but that's
forgive.
not the point.
That it, you're
Let it
exactly
go.
right. Let it go. It's not the point. You have to find the forgiveness in your heart, and that's where people really need God for that as well. Like sometimes there are some things we should always have God. We should always have God on our side when we do anything and ask for His
We need His
guidance.
hand in it.
We need His hand and
Take
stuff,
our hands
and
out.
especially for things that are too hard to bear, like things that we think are too hard. That's when we really need to stay grounded and planted in the Word and really just forgive, like for ourselves, and for to unlock a different level of healing.
A different level of growth.
So I don't know if you've seen that movie Forge. Did
Have
you watch
I?
it?
I watched that movie three, four, five
Right.
times.
And that man, for forgiving that man for what he did to his son, I ain't gonna get into it just for y'all who ain't seen it. But me and my you better than me. You know what I'm saying? And how could you forgive something? You know what I'm saying? But the only way it's God. That's the only way. And really, in order to heal and get over that, you have to forgive because if you
We don't
never forgive,
realize
you're always holding on to it.
we don't realize not forgiving can really hold us and set us back.
Absolutely.
It blocks doors. It blocks growth. Not forgiving. Just really, just think about it. Can be like you just stuck. It makes you feel stuck. Like yeah, you moving, you doing these things physically, but you really not you going nowhere fast. And then we pray and we ask for other things, but you haven't let that go,
You
and you
haven't done the
wondering why
one
the other
thing
things
God have
is not
told
moving
you.
forward.
Exactly.
It's blockage.
It's hard. It's a big one. I will give you that.
It's a big one, but it's not an option. It's law.
It has
Law.
to be done. Like you said, it's not an option. So you just have to find a way with God to be able to do that. Whatever it is, it could be something small, it could be something big, but holding grudges already, it's just bad for your health already. And then on top of that, spiritually and peace of mind wise, like you just got to learn to let some things go. And the only way you're going to do that, and sometimes God like will tell you, like you have to be obedient to that. And some people, I don't know how you know what I'm saying? That's something that I feel like I haven't mastered. You know, we think we're not holding on to stuff, but sometimes not addressing stuff.
So you triggered when you're in that situation again.
That part. And sometimes until you address something, or you be like, you put it in the back of your head, I ain't gonna deal with it, I'm sweeping under the rug. Just because you're not dealing with it doesn't mean you're forgiven, or the problem doesn't affect you. Something can still affect you subliminally, and you don't even know. So
heavy on it.
Heavy stuff. So yeah, do you feel like you have some pending forgiveness?
Mm-mm.
You don't think so?
I've forgiven family.
Forgiven? How'd you do it?
Coming to the realization that what am I losing by not forgiving so much? And also coming to the realization of what will I gain by forgiving? And, you know, we all have story, we all have, you know, things, but in my story, in my journey, I've had a lot of effed up stuff happen to me.
Right.
You know? And it's okay because it doesn't make me or break me, because guess what? I'm still going to serve my purpose. I'm still going to seek justice. I'm still going to give it to God. I'm still going to be able to focus on my mission because I'm not focusing on things that don't serve me.
Okay.
So I just look at it like a boat, an anchor.
Mm-hmm.
You got this weight on you.
Yeah, you can't let it pull you down.
You trying to be on that driving the boat. You got that. You need to lift that anchor up off of there, up out of that sea.
So that's how you view forgiveness.
That's how I view
putting
forgiveness.
That anchor up so you can get to where you
get that weight up off you. You elevate.
Okay, that's a good way to look at it.
What about you?
I don't have. That's something I have. So, you know, I love a good grudge. I love a good grudge, baby. But that's why I said that's something that's like, to me, like, okay, the last step is like, you know, you doing your homework, you do, like, you take a test, you do all the easy questions. Oh yeah, I know this.
No.
And then you got to go to them back to them hard ones. That's how I look at it, because that's something that is difficult for me, because it's like, how could you ever do me like that? I got something for you. No. You'll never be forgiven.
We're gonna take it back, because you know what? Is vengeance ours?
Vengeance what?
Is vengeance ours? It's not, because
that's a good point.
We thinking I got something for you. That's something that you got for them. Ain't nothing compared. God to take them all up through there and turn them every way but loose. Okay. The little stuff we gonna do to them, they gonna be like,
okay. And but the thing about that is, you think you're doing something, and it's really not making you feel no better.
It's not people we up against. It's the spirits in them. So
I ain't gonna forget them either.
The stuff that people do towards you, it's not in their will. I mean, it is their will, because we have free will. But sometimes people can really be in a mental imprisonment by being brainwashed, by a lot of different variations, because they're not healed.
Fight back.
That is true. But you have to think about somebody who's used to, think about an environment. If you're coming from a toxic, terrible, nasty environment versus somebody who come from an okay environment, but it might have been better for them to heal because of whatever the situation is, that person got to fight 1,000 times harder if they don't know God for real. So if nobody is around them, pouring into them, teaching them, or planting any seeds, they just got them entities attached to them. Until they meet somebody who is spiritual aligned, who does plant a seed. Now everything that they've ever known is like, what the fuck? What in the heck? What in the cotton?
What in the hanky panky?
No, that's what I was trying to think about. I couldn't get it.
And the spirits take over.
They were taking over. They was coming through.
They said,
but that's the way to look at it.
That is a good point. And I've used that before, you know, when I've dealt with people, and I'm just like, this ain't even really you for real. But yeah, it's like still too, just like, fight back though.
That is true.
Love yourself enough, love the people around you enough to get better for yourself, so you can reflect goodness instead of just wanting to be this evil person. So that's the part that I
That's
don't.
true. That is true. But they have to want to do the work for real.
And because you don't, that's what I can't forgive. Just play.
But because
But no, I
they
get it.
don't do the work, you just separate yourself.
It's hard. It is hard. But yeah, there's some good points, and that's forgiveness. Like you said, it's just something that we have to do as Christians as well. Can't and it's something that we carry. They're not carrying the grudge. 9 times out of 10 we are. So that's something we just need to put down. God can help us with that. But yeah. Let me see my point. Let me see my key points.
Bring them key points out.
Yeah. So I got 3 points, and we out of here.
Just 3.
So, just like the title is, forgiveness is a command, not a suggestion. It's something that we have to do as Christians. We have to forgive, not forget though.
We ain't forget. We ain't ever say forget.
We ain't forgetting.
Because that don't mean you just let it go and you just oblivious to all of the stuff that was put through.
No, you forgive and you move accordingly after. Move
accordingly.
Align yourself with better decision making when it comes to people. Anyway, it says you can't receive what you refuse to give.
That's good. Yeah. You can't receive what you refuse to give.
Basically meaning we ask God for grace daily. Yet we hold people hostage by their mistakes. Forgiveness keeps our hearts aligned with the same mercy we depend on.
Okay.
And the last point that we kind of talked about too, forgiveness frees us, not them. And in our journey, we just worried about us and what in our walk with God and the things that He can do and the things that He can pull us from. And forgiveness might not be the first step. The first step is creating that relationship. That first step is,
planting that seed.
Yes, and the first steps are, okay, what am I looking for? What do I need healing from? And then that's eventually maybe we could get to the forgiveness part. But it has to happen in order for you to be truly freed and truly at peace.
And just because you forgive somebody don't mean you have to go have a conversation about it.
Yeah, you can forgive them spiritually.
Unless that person does want to do the work, they do the work, and they ascend and try to change and reach God. That's the only way. If somebody wants to have a spiritual relationship with you, that's the only way.